Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Father and Son. Now, today, myself and Ben, we are taking on a different project. It's not a wooden robot. My partner Michelle, she was saying that it would be lovely to have a really nice seating area outside. Seems as the weather is so good. And there's been something that I've had in mind for a while now, and it includes the wooden electrical coil that I've made a table out of before, and it's the round sections from the coil. And I got an old door from my brother when he was renovating his house with his wife Lisa. And I just thought, try and make a bench using these materials and obviously some pallet wood. So check it out and see what we're going to get up to. So here we have Ben, and he's scraping down the old paint on this wooden door. And normally I wouldn't be painting or scraping the wood or doing anything like this because we want it as rustic as possible. But unfortunately this door got damp at one stage and all of the paint started to warp and bubble. So we're just going to take the warped wood off and give it a bit of a sanding, and I don't think we really need to do much more. After that we might need to put some kind of a lacquer on it because it is going to be outdoors. And here are the two sides from the wooden coil, and they are going to be the sides of the bench, and this door is actually going to be the backing of the bench. So we're still going to have to figure out how to put it together, and we're going to have to figure out how to make the seating part of it as well. So that's what we have so far. All of this paint is coming off very easily, but I could, if I wanted to, continue scraping and probably take all of the paint off this door, but it would just take a very long time. So at this stage, all of the easy stuff is coming off. I'm just going to sand the rest of it, and if there's any more pieces that obviously need to be scraped, well then we'll scrape them. So I've just set the door in position to where I think the back rest is going to be on the circular piece, as you can see here, and I've drawn a line around it so I know where it is when I move the door out of the way, and then I'll be able to sit this circular piece on top of the second circular piece and drill through both of them at the same time, therefore getting the same position. Here I have one circular piece of the coil sitting on top of the next, and the inside is to the bottom on this one and the inside is to the top on this one, so that's like the mirror image of each other. And then on top here I have the mark that I drew where the back piece is going to sit. So I'm going to drill holes through both at the same time, and fingers crossed it all works out that it's in the same position. Three should do. Now I stood this upright and I got somebody to hold the actual door here up in the air, and I just put a wooden 45, or should I say a 90 degree, but you know what I mean, screwed it to the base and screwed it to here so that it was held in place. So then I was able to lie it down on its side in position and then drill the holes through from this side. And now I'm going to put 12mm, I think 12 by 100 coach screws straight through and that should hold it in place. Okay, the back rest is on. There it is. Let's see if I can pan out. It's looking fairly big. So far so good. And the sun is going down, it's getting cold now, so I'm going to tackle this again tomorrow. So we're back on the project here. It's another beautiful, glorious sunny day, and I've managed, with the help of my brother-in-law, to lift this up onto this decking that's at the front or at the roadside of the house. I've flipped it upside down, and what I'm going to do is I've decided I'm going to cut this section off, because this will be, as I said, flipped around so that the whole thing doesn't roll. Cut that flat, and then it'll be stable, so I can then work on the seating part of it. Excellent. And there you have it, flipped around the way it should be, nice and flat, and I'm really happy because it seems to be like really level, like on both sides, so happy with that.
And I'm sitting down.
Well, you will be.
Yeah, but I'm in the position.
Yeah. What I've done is I've just screwed this here. Obviously this is going to be cut, and the main reason why I've screwed this here is so that I can get the angle of this door, because it's leaning back a bit. And just get a piece of wood, run it along the angle that is at the back here, mark it with a pen, and then I know that this angle when I cut it is going to be the same on this side as well, and I can happily just make the base, and I know that it's just going to sit in perfectly. Yep. Lovely. Oh, we're nearly there. Now just take it off, have a look. Now I'm after putting this wooden frame into position. It's screwed on with every screw I could find and scavenge around this place and the workshop. I've put 4 braces in the center, give it a good strength. There are coach screws on the outside coming in. You can even see one sticking through here, but that won't matter because I'm going to cover the top of this with pallet wood. We all know how difficult it is to take the strips of wood, the 4-inch or the 3-inch strips of wood off the pallets. So I'm just going to get stuck in, and Ben's going to give me a hand, and hopefully we can get them all taken apart without splitting them and get a really rustic looking top onto the base of this. Now you've probably seen this done 100 times on YouTube, but I might as well just show you just in case you haven't. But what I've done here, and I've found it to be the best way to actually take a pallet apart, is to get an old chisel and hammer down this side to actually pull this piece of wood just enough apart that you can actually get a metal blade in to cut the actual nails. So it's just pried out by maybe 2-3 millimeters, and then just cut. Simple as that. I am really happy how this has turned out so far. The barbecue is lighting, the beer is in the fridge, so I'm going to leave it for today. So tomorrow I think it's pretty much sanding everything down, making sure there's no splinters anywhere, and it's still under discussion whether there's going to be a cut taken out of the circular sides. Michelle says yes. Ben says no, I say yes. So I'm going to try and draw it out with some chalk or something like that and show Ben tomorrow so he can get a visual, and hopefully we can get 3 yeses. Good morning, it's another beautiful sunny day here, and we are back at the bench. Ben and I have decided that this is the cut that we want to go with. So yes, we have decided we're going to cut it. This chalk line, hopefully I could cut it out in one go so that I can use it for a template on the other side. So you're going to head off and paint some Easter eggs with your mammy? Alright, cool about it. And I'll get the saw out and start cutting. So I'm just after cutting from here and down to here. I've come across my first nail, which is inevitable on a cut like this, especially using these guys. There's lots of nails. So I've changed over to a metal blade. I'm about to start cutting at this nail here. But one thing I just wanted to point out to you, and I'm just after learning the hard way, when changing from a wood blade to a metal blade, the wood blade heats up to a serious temperature, just from a cut, even just as it was 6 inches. So wear gloves when you're taking this guy off to put this guy in, so you don't burn the tips of your fingers, just the way I did. I'm after getting through this cut without coming across any more nails, which is pretty amazing as far as I'm concerned. And got it done all in one go, which I'm also very happy with. So, voila!
We are very happy with this cut, and that cut obviously, but we're going to have to put some screws in this one or nails, we never know.
Yeah.
But, and sand them down and stuff like that.
So when you're sanding something like this, especially it being rustic old wood with lots and lots of nails, and you're not just sanding, you're actually shaping as well, make sure that you use your old sanding belts, because this is inevitable. This will happen. When you're sanding over the nails that are sticking out, they're just going to rip them. So any belts that are pretty much nearly on their way out, use them instead of using your brand new ones. Perfect.
Now we just need it.
But just another 50 or 60 more of those holes to go. So now we've finished putting all of the screws and the nails in, and the whole bench has been sanded. And what we're thinking of doing now is doing a whitewash, which is basically just getting a white paint and watering it right down so that it just kind of, it doesn't cover the wood, but it allows the grain to come through. And I think we'll still maintain the rustic look. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens. And here we have it, the finished product. I have to say myself and Ben are really happy with how the whitewash has turned out. We just think that it just helps the overall look and the shape of this bench. Really happy with the depth of it as well. And I think all we need now is some nice colourful cushions and a good book, and we'll be able to enjoy this bench as a family for the rest of the summer and for years to come. So if you've enjoyed watching the creation of this bench, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever myself and Ben put up more videos of whatever it is that we get up to. And share, like, comment. And until then, look after yourselves, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye.